So anytime any cartoon has anything to do with numbers or physics, it shows up in my mailbox. Some anonymous person will cut it out and put it in my mailbox. This is kind of funny. This is Close to Home, which is one of the Far Side like comics. It's pretty good. But here's, okay, so okie doke, let's double check. We're 130 feet up. We've got 45 yards of bungee cord. That's 90 feet. So there's the problem, right? 45 yards. You'd multiply by 3, not 2, right? He's saying that there's 2 feet in a yard. And that would give you 135. Is that right? Yeah, 135 feet, right? And so this, so allow 30 feet for stretching. That gives us 120 feet. Perfect, right? The guy will be 10 feet off the ground. No, he's actually going to hit the ground with 5 feet of slack, right? And this poor guy is like, he's all worried about that, right? That's kind of funny, right? I don't know. It's kind of funny, right? Here, let's fast forward here, right? 1999, right? Disaster investigation reports that the Mars Climate Orbiter burned up in the Martian atmosphere because engineers failed to convert units from English to metric. That's really sad, right? Okay, so I guess unit conversions are kind of important, right? Basically what happened was Lockheed Martin calibrated the interface in pounds, and Jet Propulsion Laboratory flew it as if it were in newtons, which is the actual units of force. And when they went to fire the rockets to insert themselves into orbit, they fired them approximately 4.45 times too much and crashed, because that's the conversion from newtons to pounds, right? In your data packet, you'll find 2 different sets of things. So these are for exact conversions. Now, some of them aren't even exact. So even at this level, there's no, to go from a mile to meters is, I don't know, a mile is some king's foot or something. I mean, right? Kilometers to miles. Any of those things are approximate. So you can look these up. This has 4 digits. This has 4 digits. If you need to have 5 digits of precision, you better look these things up again. But some of these things can be done exactly. Some can't. These are shortcuts. Most kids use these guys. These are conversion factors is what they're called. And these are as good as the digits they have. So for example, this one has 4 digits, right? The actual thing is just 1.46 repeating, right? This has 4 digits of precision, 4 digits of precision. That has actually as many as you want to type in, right? But if you need, to do more than 4 digits of precision, which we'll never need to do, you shouldn't use these conversion factors. You should look them up. Okay. So let me show you an example. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do unit conversions. Okay. The first way is exact. Okay. I want to turn 30 meters per second into miles per hour into feet per second, right? And so the first thing to do is to write this 30 miles per hour, right? Because that's what it means. And then I want to turn that into feet per second, right? Maybe because I want to know how many feet the car goes in 2 seconds, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this, and I need to get rid of miles and get feet. So 1 mile is 5,280 feet. By the way, right now I'll have feet per hour, which will be this tremendous number, right? Okay, I don't want that. And then instead of hours, I want seconds, right? So I'm going to go 1 hour. Let's see, 1 hour, there it is 3,600 seconds. Okay, so notice that the units that I want are here. I've got those, and I've got them in the right place. I want feet on top, seconds on the bottom. Notice that the units I want to get rid of are on the opposite side of that line thing. I should know the name of that. What is that line that separates the top of the numerator from the denominator, right? All right, and then Wickman would have known that. And then hour, and then we'll end up with feet per second. So now what I do is I take this and I go 30 times 5,280 divided by 3,600. And it comes out to be exactly 44 feet per second, right? Which means, of course, 60 miles per hour would be 88 feet per second. 90 miles per hour would be 132 feet per second, right? Okay, well, that's pretty fast, right? 90 mile an hour pitch, it goes 132 feet in 1 second. All right, so So this is way number one. If you can do it this way, this is really better. But there's really no shame in using conversion factors. Okay, so let me show you how to use conversion factors. That's the next thing. So conversion factors. I want to convert this, right? Okay, so here's how you do conversion factors, right? Notice that I have miles per hour. Okay, so what I do is I go down this thing. I go down to, this is what I have. And I find miles per hour. So miles per hour is right there. I'm going to use this row. So go down until you get to what you have, right? Okay, I have 1 mile per hour, right? And I want to turn it into feet per second. Notice here's the conversion factor. So you go over to what you want. So go down until you find the row of what you have. And then you go over to what you want. Okay, so I want feet per second. So I'm going to use this. And you just multiply that. So I go 30 times 1.467. Let's try it. And I get 44.01. Now, the reason I get the 0.01, why? It should come out 44 even, right? Because it's actually one of those things, right? And the reason is that this is good to 4 digits, right? So that last digit is going to be questionable, right? That 4th digit, right? Now, by the way, if I go 30 times 1.46 repeating, right? Let's try that. 30 times 1.4, and then I just make that 6 repeat. I'll show you how to do that in class. It's a really cool trick. It comes out to be 44 exactly, right? So that's what the actual conversion is. So it just depends on how OCD you are about not having these little leftover things there, right? This is miles per hour, or sorry, feet per second. Ta-da! And this is miles per hour. Okay, so conversion factors, this is just a quick and dirty way to do it. Okay, the other way to do it, by the way, is to just type literally 30 miles per hour in feet per second. Into a Google search, and it'll bring up a unit converter, but you can't use that on the test, so you got to be able to do this. Okay, I think that's all I need to say.